In the peace and tranquillity of a spring day at Croome Court in Worcestershire, it's hard to imagine a time when the sky was dark. But go back 60 years and the Croome estate is home to RAF Defford. There are few photos of that time. It was a secret base where radar was developed. So Michael Barnard, a wartime trainee pilot, drew his memories.
This one here is of the building we're in now, and there's the patient being delivered, you see, in the ambulance. And that is the rest of his crew, and the pilot was flying over very, very low to make sure that he was in good hands.
This was our cross-country team.
Albert Shorrock was one of the first to arrive here 66 years ago, when the base was transferred from the south coast to escape the bombing. He was an airframe fitter.
All the aircraft had got to be ready at a minute's notice to carry out whatever was wanted, you know.
Did you know what the scientists were doing about the radar?
We had no idea at all. In fact, Defford, it was so top secret and nobody knew what another section was doing.
Accidents were common.
One of the aircraft took off from here and crashed on the Breeden Hills. We weren't sure where it had crashed, so a group of us took off in the Anson searching for it. And we weren't sure, but we did pinpoint it, and then all the crews went out too, but it was too late.
Joan Gill was the commanding officer's driver.
I used to wait for him, and then I'd go into his corporal and say, "Corporal Orchard, the captain ready to go?" Oh, he said he'd been gone ages on his push bike, and he'd go out with Defford on his push bike.
Well, you'd been sat there waiting.
Well, I'd been sat there for hours waiting.
Steady, Albert.
All three have returned to inspect what were RAF Defford's hospital blocks in the grounds of Croome Court. They're part of a multi-million-pound restoration project which will allow the public inside the historic court for the first time. Once home to the Earls of Coventry, it became a school after the war and then a Hare Krishna commune. For these three, the thought that their place in Croome's history will live on is a source of pride.
We used to go out scrubbing, you know, and we used to go out on a night off and things like that. Oh, it was a great place, it was, Defford.
I can still see the faces of the orderlies and the nurses and the wefts. It's wonderful. Wonderful memories.
Cath Mackie, BBC Midlands Today, on the Croome estate.